it's Michelle from Scrap Secrets. Happy World Card Making Day! I thought that today that I would be spending most of it actually making cards, but unfortunately I did not. I spent it at my sister and brother-in-law's new house. We were helping them move in, so I spent most of the day moving things and putting together the baby stuff. So it was a very, very long day, and I just got home about an hour and a half ago. It's about 9:30 here. So I only got to work on 2 of my designs. Last night I actually went through one of my stamp bins and found that a lot of my favorite things, especially the Pure Innocence stamps, I had never used, so I pulled a bunch out and came up with some sketches. So I actually got through 2 of them, which is pretty good because being only home for about an hour and a half, it's actually really good that I got through 2 cards so far. So I think the card sketches actually helped, because I couldn't get through this day without at least making 1 card. So I want to show you guys what I made. So the first card looks like this, and this I used the Pure Innocence stamp set. It's called Picture This. Picture Perfect. So I used the main image here, and then I used the sentiment, Your Picture Perfect. So what I did was I stamped it out onto another piece of white cardstock and colored it in with a variety of different markers. I used some Distress inks, I used some Pro markers, and then I think those are the only ones I used on this card. On the other card I used some Studio J markers. But so I did that, and the background was achieved by this repositionable stencil from Hampton Arts. It came with a stamp set, and I think I got it at Michael's for like $10. I'm sure it was on sale, or else I wouldn't have gotten it. But I took this and laid it down on the front of the card. Now, it's a little bit too short, so after I finished the card, after I did the whole front of it, I actually put it on the top again, and then did like one more. This very top row is actually when I put the stencil on again, because you can line it up. It actually lines up very, very nicely. So I just lined it up again, and I did another row of that on there, just so that it would look like it was continuous, because there was a good space at the top for that one. So the distress inks that I used to color for the background: picked raspberry, mustard seed, and spiced marmalade. So that's how I achieved that card. And I also used Tuxedo Black Memento ink to stamp the girl in, and to stamp the sentiment, Your Picture Perfect. So the inside is blank. So that's one of them. I really like this. I liked the way that it looked when I drew it out, and I liked it even better when it all came together. So then the second card that I did was made with another Pure Innocence, My Favorite Things stamp set, and it's called Tree Swing. So I used the boy and the dog and swinging by to say hi. So this is what it looks like. So I used 2 colors of Distress ink to get the background, and that was Tumbled Glass and Salty Ocean. And then to get the grass at the bottom, I used this Fiskars punch. I just took a piece of green cardstock, cut it down to the size, it's 3 3/4, and then punched the grass out, and then I just trimmed it down. It's probably about 1.25 inches at the tallest point, if that, maybe just a little over 1 inch. And then I had actually cut this boy out. I had actually stamped him on a piece of white cardstock, and I tried to cut it out, but if you see, the leaves are very, very intricate, so that wasn't working. So after I did that, I actually started cutting it out, and it was getting really, really thin at points, and it didn't look right. So what I did was I actually stamped him on here again, colored in the branch, the leaves, and then part of the rope, and then I adhered the rest of it on from his hands down for the rope, and then, him all on there. And then I had gone around him with a black pen, which was a Studio G black marker, actually. so that the white on the edges wouldn't show, and then glued him down. And then I actually went over the rope with a little bit of the blue distress ink because it showed it was two totally different colors. Because when I stamped this image over there, I had already put the blue distress ink down, so it had made the color of the rope a little bit darker. So I kind of needed to do it there to make it look like one continuous piece of rope. And I did the same thing for the dog. I stamped him out on a piece of white cardstock, and I colored him in with a Pro marker. It is terracotta. So I colored him in, and then I cut him out and did the same thing, went around the edges with a black marker. And this is cut to 3 3/4 by 5 1/4, and then the black piece that's behind it is 1/8 of an inch larger than that piece. And I thought I had a cloud die somewhere, and I do. It's somewhere in my room, and I just can't find it right now. So I thought what I was going to do is put clouds up here when I had stamped the sentiment down here. Well, it turns out I can't find those cloud dies, so I had actually used some Studio G glitter glue and kind of drew some clouds on there, but they looked blue and they didn't look right, so I actually wiped them away. Well, because of the distress ink reacting with anything that's wet, it actually left kind of a cloud shape in the sky. So they're not actually white like clouds are, but it kind of gives a faint image of cloud in the background. So I thought that looked pretty cool. So there's the second card that I made. And the interior is blank again. So those are the two things that I've made so far for World Card Making Day. I assumed I would have like 10 or 15 cards done by now, and I would have spent the whole day crafting, and unfortunately that is not how my day worked out. So you know what happens when you make plans. God laughs. So, but everyone's in the house and things are good, so I guess it was good that I went over and helped and got things done. So thank you guys so much for watching. I would love to see what you guys have made. If you want to leave a link to a video that you've made below, or if you want to leave a link to pictures that you guys have done, what you guys have done for World Card Making Day, I would love to see it. So feel free to do that below, or leave comments and questions, and subscribe. And I will see you guys tomorrow for another Sketch Sunday. Till then, bye!